Hey Lions fans! We have a lot to cover today, from injury reports to major roster moves and even some exciting milestones Jared Goff is chasing this weekend. Before we get into today's news, be sure to hit the like button and comment below with your prediction for this matchup. Stick around, it's going to be a great show. Okay, let's get right to it. There was one notable addition to the Lions injury report on Thursday. Offensive tackle Taylor Decker, who has been crucial on nearly every offensive snap this season, was listed as limited due to a shoulder issue. Decker wasn't on the injury report on Wednesday, so this raised a few eyebrows. Hopefully it's not serious, but it's something to keep an eye on for Sunday. On the other hand, linebackers Jalen Reeves-Maybin, neck, and Malcolm Rodriguez, ankle, remained out of practice, as did newly acquired defensive lineman Za'Darius Smith for personal reasons. On a positive note, several players had full practices, including defensive lineman Broderick Martin, Josh Paschal, and Mekhi Wingo, as well as safety Ifeatu Melifonwu and cornerback Emmanuel Moseley. It's encouraging to see Moseley progressing from his pectoral injury. The Lions' depth on defense is getting stronger just in time for a crucial midseason push. Switching gears, the Lions announced that rookie wide receiver Isaiah Williams has been waived. It's a tough break for Williams, who had an outstanding preseason and was a standout undrafted free agent signing. Detroit had high hopes for him, handing out a sizable $225,000 guarantee. But despite making the 53-man roster, Williams has been mostly inactive, appearing in just 2 games. In Week 8 against the Titans, he showed some promise with a 36-yard kickoff return in his debut. Why the sudden move? Well, the Lions need roster spots for players coming back from injury. They've started the evaluation clock on Broderick Martin, Emmanuel Moseley, and Ifeatu Melifonwu, and they'll need room once these guys are ready to play. Also, with tight end Shane Zylstra exhausting all his practice squad elevations, he'll need a 53-man roster spot if Detroit wants to use him. There's a risk Williams could get claimed by another team, but if not, don't be surprised if he's back on the Lions practice squad soon. Now, let's talk offense because Jared Goff is on a tear this season. Goff leads the NFL with a jaw-dropping 74.9% completion rate and ranks second in passer rating at 115.0. Over his past 6 games, Goff's stats are record-breaking, with an 82.8% completion rate and a 140.1 passer rating, the highest for any player over a 6-game stretch in NFL history. Lions fans, it's been a joy watching Goff light it up, and he has a chance to become the first player in NFL history to hit an 80% completion rate in 4 straight games. Goff is locked in, and it's clear his chemistry with receivers, especially Amon-Ra St. Brown, is something special. Speaking of St. Brown, the man has been a touchdown machine lately, catching a touchdown pass in 6 consecutive games. On Sunday in Houston, he'll have the opportunity to extend that streak to 7 games, a feat only 5 receivers have accomplished since 2000. Lions fans, this offense is electric, and the connection between Goff and St. Brown is a huge reason why. But don't think for a second that Houston is going to be a pushover. The Texans have a top 3 pass defense and are relentless in pressuring quarterbacks, ranking 4th in sacks. Goff and the offense will need to be at their best to overcome a formidable Houston defense coached by DeMeco Ryans, known for his aggressive, disciplined style. On the defensive side for the Lions, let's give a shout-out to defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, who is doing phenomenal work. Detroit ranks 1st in 3rd down defense, 4th in red zone efficiency, and 3rd in takeaways. Even with injuries, the defense has been gritty and relentless. However, stopping the run will be key on Sunday as the Texans' Joe Mixon has been red-hot, scoring 6 total touchdowns in 4 weeks. The Lions' run defense has been vulnerable lately, so containing Mixon will be crucial. Quick injury update before we wrap up. Running back Sione Vaki looks to be on track to play this week after missing time, which should give the defense a bit of a boost. Meanwhile, it'll be interesting to see if Za'Darius Smith suits up on Sunday following his late week arrival. Lions fans, we're in for a thrilling matchup. What do you think? Will Goff continue his record-breaking run? Can the defense hold strong against the Texans' ground game? When we talk about the Lions' success this season, at 7-1, one of the best in the league, we have to look beyond the high-powered offense and give major props to Aaron Glenn and his resilient, hard-hitting defense. And for Glenn, his journey to this point is about more than just football. He grew up in Bordersville, a small community just outside of Houston. It was a place of dirt roads and poverty, isolated from modern development, where running water wasn't even a given until Glenn was 9 years old. That environment, as tough as it was, shaped the man you see today. Glenn learned to be tough, to push himself, to protect himself, and it shows in his coaching style. As he says, "That's me." Football was his way out of Bordersville, and he parlayed that drive into a 15-year career as a Pro Bowl cornerback. Now, he's here in Detroit, bringing that same grit and determination to our defense. Glenn's defense isn't just any defense, it's aggressive, physical, and relentless. Even with a series of injuries this season, including the devastating loss of Aiden Hutchinson, the defense hasn't missed a beat. Glenn rallied the team, telling them this wasn't a setback, but an opportunity. And guess what? They've excelled. In fact, since Hutchinson's injury, the Lions have allowed just 19 points per game and have played some serious defenses against their opponents. "We have players," Glenn says, "not a first team or a second team. If you're on this field, you play like a starter." That's the mindset, and it's what makes this team so special. And the stats to back it up? Second in interceptions, third in takeaways and pressures, fourth in red zone stops, and fifth in points allowed. The list goes on. Glenn has built a true identity for this defense, one that's tough, gritty, and never satisfied. It's a unit that can win in a variety of ways and give opposing offenses nightmares. Just ask Green Bay, which felt the wrath when safety Brian Branch was ejected. Did our defense falter? No. They dug in even deeper. Then there's the latest addition, Za'Darius Smith. Glenn sees Smith as a perfect fit, gritty, tough, and exactly the type of player who can make an immediate impact. The Lions' defensive coordinator has a knack for turning next-man-up moments into game-changing moments. This defense doesn't crumble, it bounces back. That's a testament to Glenn's leadership, his relentless work ethic, and his football IQ. Glenn's relationship with offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is another piece of the puzzle. These two challenge each other daily, and it's made both sides of the ball stronger. Iron sharpens iron, as Johnson says, and that's what drives this team. The respect they share breeds constant competition, and it shows every Sunday. Dan Campbell sees Glenn for more than just his defensive schemes. "He's the salt of the earth," Campbell says. "An unbelievable human being with high character." But it's more than that. Glenn's ability to adapt, to attack with whatever pieces of the roster he has, is what makes him special. And let's face it, Lions fans, we're lucky to have him. But for Glenn, this is just the beginning. He's ready for whatever comes next, a playoff push, maybe a Super Bowl run, and who knows, possibly even a head coaching gig of his own. "I don't want to just be average," he says. And that's exactly the mindset this team needs. Now, this weekend is special for Glenn. The Lions are heading to their old stomping grounds in Houston. Friends and family will be in the stands to see what Glenn has built. It's a moment that goes beyond the game. It's about pride, courage, and showing what it means to never stop fighting. All right, Lions fans, what do you think? Are you as excited about this defense as I am? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're always in the loop with the latest Lions news. Until next time, go Lions!